Hey, good morning, everyone. Today is June 2nd, 2025. It is a Monday. We're back to work, so that'll be fun. I say back to work, I'm going to work tomorrow, so whatever. Goals for the day are to brush teeth, morning vlog. I have some paperwork I need to fill out for my psychiatrist. I need that at my pharmacy. And then figure out Ava's car insurance. My mom wants to put her on her car insurance because she's usually driving my mom's car. And then I need to buy some cat food, clean and fill the cat water and the cat litter. And then I need to upload my video logs. I edited like 9 yesterday, which is crazy, but I just need to upload them. And then wake up at 9:30, which I did. And then organize the laundry. I have it right out there. Did wake up at 9:30, and then Korey and I played some Crab Champions for a little while. It was really fun. I don't know why I checked it off. I haven't done that yet. Yeah, I don't know. I don't like remember exactly what this like pharmacy stuff was. I think it's in my Google Drive, so I'll have to freaking find that. I don't like the Google Drive thing. Like it's such a weird thing. I'll have to check my email. Friggin' not this account. What's his name? Renee. Okay. This thing. Okay, I'll have to find out whatever that thing is. I think he sent it to me in March, so. But yeah, those are the goals for the day. Korey wants me to make him some steak, so I'm gonna make steak and potatoes. I'm gonna steal steak and give it to Ava because she likes steak more than I do. And then while I'm out, I'll need to buy A1 sauce. We're out, and Korey and Ava both use it on their steaks religiously. And then roast some potatoes. That's pretty much it. That's all I got planned. We're gonna chill and watch some Vampire Diaries and Originals, and then I'm gonna upload the video logs, organize the laundry, clean up the stuff, and that's pretty much it for the day. I think that'll be a pretty solid day all around. I had something else that I had planned on doing, but I didn't really remember what it was. So I was like, not important, whatever. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I'll see you all in the evening. Have a good day.
One eternity later.
Good day, everybody. Today is not June 2nd, but this will be a video log for June 2nd. It was a Monday. And then I did make a morning video log, so I went over the goals for the day. And then Korey and I got back into Crab Champions. So that derailed some of the goals. So all the goals were brush teeth, morning video log, pharmacy paperwork, Ava car insurance, buy cat food, clean and fill the cat water, clean the cat litter, upload video logs, wake up at 9:30 and organize the laundry. Did organize the laundry, did wake up at 9:30. I did upload the video logs, I did clean the cat litter. Did not clean and fill the cat water. I'll do that today, but that is in the future, because, yeah. And then did buy some cat food. Korey and I went to Albertsons after I made the video logs, and then he wanted to get some stuff for the steaks, like A1 sauce, and then I bought a thing of cat food. And then came home, and I cooked some steak and potatoes for me and Ava. And then we watched an episode of the Originals, and while we were doing that, my mom was getting Anna on her car insurance, because Ava has been driving my mom's car for the most part, and then I uploaded those video logs while I was working on the cooking. And then my mom said that her bill went from $270 a month with her and Korey to $220 with her and Ava. So we were like, ooh, money. And then after the episode, I went downstairs and finished the dishes, and then played some video games, and then put away the laundry. And then work was slow for the most part until the very end of the day, which is I feel like summer is just like that, dude. It's always around 8 o'clock that I get busy, but it's fun that way. And I ended up making $87, which is, I think it was 91. I think I got a $4 tip afterwards, which is crazy. I had a back table, and they were super cool. I would say upper millennials, older millennials, and they were super chill. Got 9 beers, and then tipped me $35, and I was just like, fuck yeah, dude, so sick. And then Korey wanted some food afterwards, so he was like, hey man, when you're on your way home, hook a brother up. So I went and got him some Taco Bell. I got him my Taco Bell order that I've been getting, the nachos with extra chips and extra cheese. It's been sick, dude. It's been so good. And then caught the tail end of Atrioc stream. And then, I literally just played video games for a little while. And then Ava got home, and then, we were just chilling. It was pretty nice. It was a pretty solid day all around, honestly. I was thinking that day about, I was at work, and I was thinking about, how I kind of want my political journey to be. And so previously I had served at my restaurant the mayor call of the almost of the city I live in, but I don't know. Anyways, almost I served the mayor of the city I'm in, and and he was super chill, he was super cool, and he's very like he's non-partisan. Like he doesn't really align with either political party, which I think is interesting to say the least. But I've increasingly realized like I'm not affiliated with either political party. Like I don't think we should cut taxes and raise spending, and I don't think we should raise taxes and raise spending. Like no matter what, we lose. Like we have to cut spending, and we have to have a progressive tax system. Like it doesn't make sense to not have a progressive tax system. In all my time looking things up, I have never seen one person give a valid explanation of why a progressive tax system wouldn't work that isn't debunked by literally just a follow-up question. You know, it's always like, oh, they'll have more money to reinvest in society. And it's like, yeah, but where, like, what are they investing in? And it's like, oh, you know, stocks and bonds and the S&P 500 and real estate. And it's like, I want regular people to invest in that. I don't want the same 5,000 people who have always invested in those things to massively invest in those things. I would rather have 500,000 people investing in those things a little bit. I would rather have 50 million people investing in those things. And you can have that with the progressive tax system. Like, it's possible. We did it in living memory, right? And so it's really insane for me to sit here and just be like, I can't believe people don't think a progressive tax system is good. Like, I can't believe they don't think that. And so I was debating about like obviously my political party and all that, but the actual thought I had, the daily thought was like, should I ever run for mayor of my city and like be the mayor and like show what the mayor does? And like the couple of downsides to that is I feel like one of the potential things about being the mayor of a city is you become so ingrained in the city that it kind of, when you leave, it creates like this big vacuum, right? And so it's like you are the mayor, you have your you don't want to say your cabinet isn't the right word, but you have your group, your workforce, your state employees who do things for you, right? You have your team, we'll just call it a team, the mayor and his team. And the issue is when the mayor leaves, he takes the team. Or when the mayor leaves, the new mayor has to find contracts for the other team, right? If you have a really strong mayor who has a lot of growth, who has a lot of success, leaving creates a huge vacuum. And people can automatically become really, really irate with new changes under new leadership. It happens often, like very often. And so my concern with becoming the mayor would be to become too ingrained in the city and people being like, no, you like we want the best for you, but you have another 30 years before you have to be the president. Don't move on to bigger things. Like, oh, dude, you did so much good. You could do more good for us. Don't go in. And it's like that. That is my concern. Like, I'm so confident that I would be a good leader and a good political candidate that I'm way more worried about the downsides of people being like, hey, don't go anywhere. Like, we want you here with us. And so I'm like, oh, man. Like, it'd be a really, really good stepping stone, but it's a slippery rock. If you're walking across the river on rocks, you look at the rock and you're like, oh, that's like a perfect step in between this rock and the next rock. But it looks really slick. Like, it's really easy to slip and fall and get stuck right there. And so I'm like, I'd have to be really, really careful and really, really upfront with like the goal and be like, you vote for me, support a future president. I will only be doing this for like 3 or 4 years. Like, I will not be here for a lifetime. Like, I don't want this to be my life's goal. Like, I want to do good work in Caldwell. I want to, make affordable homes for first time buyers. Like, I want to make those things. I want people to have, super, super cheap housing that is very small that you could imagine purchasing a studio apartment on a plot of land. That's what I want for people. Like, imagining that in my town is so sick. Because you could literally have a neighborhood with, I want to say, 400 people. It's like when I think of my block, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 15. Probably 15 houses this way, and then it's businesses. So it's like 15 houses, 3 apartment complexes, and then business side, right? So the zoning of my block is already super weird. There's probably thinking. I'm trying to count like how many neighbors I see. There's probably less than 100 people living here, and I genuinely think if it was allocated effectively for really, really effective, like imagine 2-story studio apartments, nice, furnished, like shared kitchen in a common area, maybe whatever it is, like laundromat in the center that's paid for a part of rent, right? Like you just tell what days you're gonna do laundry, whatever. However you want to do it, it could easily fit 400 or 500 people. Like the space, I would say for 400 or 500 people, if the block was clear. Okay, like, obviously not with existing houses here, but in the same amount of space, you could fit 4 or 5 times more people, and have that many more homeowners in the community. That is a feasible thing. And like I say, studio apartments, imagine like a tiny house. Like there are so many places in my town with tiny houses. They're not for sale though because the same people have lived there since the 60s, and they've just upkept the place. And it's like, why don't we build more houses that are 1,000 square feet? Why don't we build more houses that are 1,500 square feet? You don't need a backyard, dude. You don't need it. You're not home enough nowadays to need a huge yard. We have to build housing to fit the times that the economy calls for, and that is cheap homes, cheap small homes for first-time home buyers, and that is little to no maintenance necessary, right? Like, I sit here and I'm just like, oh my gosh, dude. There's literally so much potential this town has, but we just don't have people thinking about the young people and like zoning for young people. And so you have a lot of older people who are sitting here like, oh yeah, man, we're gonna buy my first house, $550,000. $550,000, dude. If I had 10 times my yearly salary, I couldn't buy it outright. That's absurd, right? Like that's absurd. I literally couldn't pay that off in my lifetime. If I include my current expenses, like I could, if I had no mortgage, no interest rate, I couldn't pay it off in my lifetime. Just with how I live now. Like that's insane. And that's your first time home? No, first time homes should only be currently, I would say, 120,000 maximum. You have to get it to a point where it's similar to renting in space, but you have a chance to pay a little less and owe property taxes and own more but get equity. You have to have that for young people. If you don't have tiny homes, I say tiny for America's standards, if you don't have tiny affordable first time homes being built, your young generation in an inflated economy will not have a chance to shine through. And so I'm like, my goal as mayor would be to get those built. Like I know people would buy them. Like we're all looking for, family homes. Dude, the family homes are great. I don't think family homes are not great. Families are not realistic right now. If you don't have space for young people to generate equity and get a start in capitalism, they're never going to make a family. So the idea is they would only own these things for 5 to 10 years while they get on their feet. Call that a bridge between Gen Z and millennial. Like that age group, 20 to 30, when you're working age to when you're ready for a family, that's when you'd own a tiny home. That's when you'd own a small home. You know, it's like you can just live in a very close space with you and your partner or you and a roommate and work and save money and live and have a space that you sit there and go, this is our space. Like, we own this space. No one, there is no landlord. We are responsible for all the happenings. That'd be amazing. And that's exactly what my town needs. Like, it's like it's a need that no one talks about. And so I'm like, that would be my entire electoral mayor campaign of just like, keep all the things we have the same as we have them. Keep maintenance, keep upkeep, keep the roads good. All that's perfect. We have to build affordable housing. And people will come. Like, everyone will come for affordable housing. And like, I don't understand what the possible downside of this could be. Because if you're building small homes, the price of large homes isn't going to change, right? It's literally just going to put people slightly out of poverty. And so I'm like, how could anyone possibly disagree with that? But the downside is, if everyone agrees with it and everyone loves it, everyone thinks it's an amazing idea, is they'll sit there and go, no, this guy's a good idea. We can't let him leave office. We want him to remain the mayor. And it's like, so I would hope that word would get around of what I like. Okay, the best case scenario, which is never guaranteed, somewhat likely, and always possible. The best possible outcome is I do that and I make huge headway in Idaho, and like that would be the ideal step to become a senator. Right? And so obviously by then I'll know a lot more about how the world works. But that would be like the perfect step to join the Senate. And I think that becoming a senator is much more of a, how do you say, like a small room kind of thing, in the sense of people look at senators a lot differently than they look at members of Congress. And I think that members of Congress, as they are right now, don't take things seriously enough. Like, they just genuinely don't take things seriously enough, or they're so easily manipulated that they have become an ineffective body. And I don't want to sit here and be like, we have to abolish Congress. No, Congress has been a thing since literally the beginning. Before America was a recognized nation, a recognized country of its own, America, before we were the United States of America, we had a Congress. Like, George Washington was fighting for Congress to give him money before there was presidents. Like, this was 1774, right? So my I'm not like abolish Congress. I'm like, there has to be more thought put into congressional members. There has to be more something. Like, right. Like, I've brushed on the idea of I'm getting kind of off track here, but I've brushed on the idea of like, why is there no required, like, thing to vote, right? Like, why is there no test to vote? Why is there no license required? Like, people who don't know anything are voting. That's so weird. Like, that's weird to me. But it's like, it's a basic right. But the issue is, you have people who don't know anything being elected by people who don't know anything. And so you have people who are willing to bend the knee and submit and follow the rule of the king, and it's like, dude, how? Like, how can a member of Congress, someone who's actually like a congressional delegate, who sits there and talks about money and what the country needs to do with it all the time, how could they ever vote yes to pass a spending bill that will cause us to have to raise the debt cap by $5 trillion in 2 years? Like, how is that possible? How could they ever sit here and go, yeah, that's a good idea? And I'm literally sitting here going, I don't understand how one person could say that's good. I don't understand how one member of Congress could say that's a benefit. Over 200 voted yes, and it passed. Over 200. What, bro? And it's like that to me is grounds for like total like reset. Like totally like reset Congress at that point. If you have a Congress that is so genuinely inept that they're willing to add $5 trillion of debt during a good economic time, not during crisis level activity, during an economic time, they are ineffective. And that it's that plain and simple. So yeah, my best case scenario of becoming mayor is people let me leave office, I start having affordable housing built in my city, and then I step up to senator because people like what I'm doing so much. That would be the coolest. The issue is I have to find a contractor who's willing to build affordable homes, who's willing to put in that much time and effort and deal with the logistics of that, and have people who know and understand what that's going to cost, what it's going to look like. Do we have to have a tax credit because it's not profitable? Like what do we have to do for the city to make that a reality? Like what zoning do we have to switch up? Like what do we have to do to make affordable housing widespread, you know? So yeah, that's just my thought. I don't know. I don't know if I'd want to become the mayor of the town. I mean, I have another 3 years before I really want to start going for it, in the sense of like I know what I want to do. Like if I get an idea of a clear game plan, like actual timeline game plan, this is what I want to do, this is where I want to do it, this is how I want to do it, this is what I want to have do it, like, oh, this is what it's going to cost, like these exact things. I would love to run for mayor at that point and be like, this is what I'm going to do, this is what's going to happen, and just like literally just post on Facebook and just be like, this is what I'm out doing, this is it, like I'm this guy, I do this, this is what I want to do for the town, this is what I'd do if I was mayor, everything else is going to remain exactly the same, this is what I want to do, and just go for it, dude, and just be like, deal with city concerns and be like, like if you build these houses it's going to lower property prices. It's not. It's a totally different type of home, but it's feasible for the younger generation. And truly I don't believe it'll affect you. And just like talking through all of these things and just like getting people to understand there has to be a stepping stone for the younger generation to step into ownership if you want people to be Republican. You can't have a pro-ownership party who's renting their life. You can't it doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. If you want the Republican Party to grow, you have to have them be owners so they can vote for their benefits. Like, if you ask a young person to vote Republican and they rent and they pay a car loan and they live with their parents or they do YouTube subscriptions, all this, they don't own anything. You're asking them to vote against their desires. Like, you're asking them to vote pro-ownership. They don't own anything. Vote for capitalism. We have no fucking capital. It doesn't work. And so it's a step for people to, like, I understand that the younger generation is voting right-wing for social issues. But for what the party is doing politically, they're voting against their best interests. Let's fix that. Like, if you want to fix the Republican Party, you have to have people who are voting for their interests within it. You have to have a step into it. So explaining that to people will be really fun. We'll see how I do. Yeah. Anyways, I'll let you guys go. I hope you had a wonderful day. And yeah, I'll see you all tomorrow. Have a good one.